So, greetings LEGO fans. Welcome to another live stream of the Vintage Brick. I hope you are doing awesome. I hope you've had a fantastic day wherever you are. And I am so stoked to see Jackson Starkey in the chat. Welcome, man. It's so awesome to actually have you on a stream. Welcome. And Rest said that he will be popping by later. Look forward to having you here, Rest. But Jackson, man, so cool having you actually here on a stream. So, yeah, awesome. Welcome. So we are building the LEGO. What are we building? The LEGO Star Wars UCS Millennium Falcon, and it is super awesome. We had our last live stream was actually, it feels like ages ago now. It was on Saturday, and well, Saturday for those of us in New Zealand and Australia. Yeah, we managed to get through a good chunk. We did leave stage 10. I think it's 10 that we're up to now. We did leave stage 10 unfinished, which, you know, it kind of seemed like some people had to go, and I was just like, you know what, I'm feeling a bit of the pressure of like the kids are at home, and I don't want to be unavailable for too long, so I kind of cut it a little bit short, but that's okay. We are going to finish that off very soon. So yeah, what's up, teacher? Welcome from, well, good morning from Denmark. It's great to have you on the stream. Woodshop teacher, it's always great having you on the stream. Kane Yo-Yo, welcome. The only Kane that I've ever met that actually spells his name the same way as I do. So it's awesome to have you here on the stream again. It has been a little while, but yeah, it's so cool having you here as well from the West Coast, from, you know, California-ish. California-ish. But yeah, awesome. I am so stoked that I am building this guy again. So last time we managed to get through a few little one of the detail pieces under this side here. It's a little bit unwieldy to start to move around these days. But yeah, one of the detail pieces under here, or the covering pieces under there. And we managed to get through the top sections of the front mandibles, which is really cool to see that actually come together and finally have some detail that is going to stay there. It's not actually being covered up by anything. It's awesome. That's very cool. So we are up to step number 746, page 296. And we are well over halfway if the instructions are anything to go by. So super pumped. Power might go out for you, Kane Yo-Yo. That's no good. That is no good at all. Because this liquid looks like water falling from the sky. Someone should come up with a name for that. Yeah, the weird liquid falling from the sky. Yeah, they should come up with a name for that. Maybe we can make one up. So, but yes, I hope you guys are genuinely. I hope you guys are doing absolutely awesome. I'm so stoked to be building this thing again, and just love every stream that we are sharing together and building this thing. And this is definitely a dream set of mine. Ever since I first found out about it, I was just like, oh, I really would love one of those, love that set one day, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. And lo and behold, it has happened. It's actually happened. So yes, super pumped about building this thing. Now, let me just get this camera lined up. I've just done a few little tweaks to my building setup here. Where are we? There we go. So if I build over here, we should be all right. Yeah, had got another tripod for the actual webcam. So you know, now when I thump on the table, it shouldn't vibrate through the camera, which I found out I was doing all the time, and it was super annoying when I watched it back. So I apologise for my table thumping in the past, and. Yeah, but anyway, so that's now on a tripod, which should be nice and stable. and less prone to thumps and bangs and things. So yeah, Ryan, great, so great to have you here. Yes, he says he made so much progress after only 8 parts, thought it might take you much longer. Yeah, we have made some good progress. It has been really cool having these live streams, so I can actually put aside some dedicated time to building this thing. It's really cool. Yeah, I've loved it. It's been really cool. I haven't raced through it as of yet, but I've just kind of made steady progress. The reality is, I think most people, from what I've heard, anywhere from 15, 20 hours, 15, 20, 25 hours or so to build this thing. I have heard of one guy doing it in 10 and a half hours. However, he was actually literally racing a friend of his, building exactly the same set, and they were racing to see who could finish it the fastest, and he won at 10 and a half hours. But yes, I definitely didn't want to do anything like that. So yeah, so stoked that it's coming together, but we're kind of just taking our time and hanging out. I'm just trying to think. Well, we've had 7 parts so far, between averaging around 2.5 hours. So we're looking at what, 17, 18 hours, probably 18 hours or so far in the build. So yeah, I think we're probably on track for like 25 hours or so. Yeah, very cool. Anyway, probably should have had on my face that time rather than just you staring at a blank table, but hey, you guys don't care, just as long as you're here, right? So yeah. Woodjob Teacher says, you should try coming to Denmark. We are the mud belt of weather systems. Indeed. So I have the instructions cam here as well, so you guys can kind of see what I'm roughly what I'm looking at. Hopefully it's a little bit upside down. I had to position the camera over there. Hopefully that's okay. It is kind of fun, I think, having the instructions cam. Yeah. Right. Where are we up to? I'm going to need one of those pieces, and let's zoom in so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. And what else? I need a couple of those pieces. So what's everybody been up to? Is everybody just chilling on YouTube, or is anybody building anything in particular at this stage? I know that Jackson is working on a mod for his Millennium Falcon. He's been keeping me updated, and anybody who goes through and reads the chats after the live stream, sorry, not the chats, the comments after the live stream, will know that Jackson is putting together a mod, or working on a mod. Yeah, which is pretty cool. He's sent me a few pictures, which has been great. It's been fantastic to see the progress of the mod. So, yeah, what's everybody else working on? Vault Dweller, welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing fantastic. Hope you've had a great day. Welcome again to the stream. It's always great having regulars who come on and are following this journey along with me. It's very cool. And Vault Dwellers, you are very much appreciated. It's great having you on the stream. What am I looking for? Yeah, one of them. And I need 2 of those. I do need 2. And yes, Jackson, I did your comment was not lost on me. Better 8 than never. I see what you did there. Oh, this stream, everybody gets to jump in on the old dad jokes. That's okay. Dad jokes. This is a dad joke allowed zone. Yeah, great. So yes, I've had a pretty good week in general. Obviously, still back at work, trying to slot into how that all works after the big break. So it's been interesting getting into that this week. Trying to get my head around how all that works again. Yo-yo, I've been organising my room, painted my closet last night. Nice, nice. Probably going to continue with it later. Also got some Japanese snacks and hope to make a video of trying them. Sweet. Very cool. Nice, Japanese snacks. Always be interesting. Are they ones that sound like super bizarre? Or are they kind of like normal-ish sounding ones? Did you like go for the most bizarre ones you can find? I'm curious. And Vault Dweller is watching a movie with my friends today, as it was only us in the movies. Oh, that's so cool when that happens. I love it when that happens and you go to a movie and you're like, oh, you're gonna have to like deal with all the other people in the movie, and you get there and you're like the only ones. That's so cool. It's happened to me sometimes. When I was younger, or when I was a teenager, I would actually often go to the movies by myself. I figured I didn't need anybody to go to the movies with, and sometimes there was a movie that I actually really just wanted to see, so I would just go on my own. Like some of my friends thought that was a little bit weird, but oh well. And I remember one particular movie. I don't even remember what I actually went to go and see, but I turned up at the movie theater and I was literally the only one in the theater only one bar one staff member who came and kind of sat way up in the corner behind me, I think, because obviously they wanted to watch the movie as well, so fair enough. But yeah, the only one in the theater, so I love it when that happens. So cool. So the snacks, they look fairly standard. Look like the snacks you'd get at a Japanese convy for pretty cheap. But even I am still excited. Yeah, totally. That'll be really interesting. Interesting indeed. Oh, that's there. We'll deal with that later. Oh, I feel like I haven't been to the movies for ages. Actually, that's not entirely correct. The wife and I managed to sneak away off for a couple of nights in the city in early January, because we can, which was really cool. And we ended up going and watching Wonder Woman 1985, which I thought was all right. I've seen some pretty bad reviews, but it is what it is, Yeah, I thought it was alright, but yeah, before that, I can't remember the last time I went to the movies actually. It certainly had been a while before that. Been a while indeed. Right, so where's this guy going? Okay, he kind of just sits there and he hooks into there. Okay, I imagine all that will make a little bit more sense later on. Oh, another one of these. Okay. Had my mum come and stay over the last couple of days actually, which has been really nice. Hence why I didn't have a live stream last night. I thought that'd be a bit rude. Yeah, it's really cool having her stay. She just bought a new car, which was kind of cool. I managed to help her buy it, go do a test drive and make sure it was all okay and stuff, which was kind of cool. Highly unlikely that she's watching, but if she is, hi Mum! Yeah, but she hadn't seen the Millennium Falcon. This is the room that she stayed in. This is our spare room, and yeah, she was suitably impressed. she's like, oh, is it finished? And I said, oh no, it's still got quite a way to go. She's like, oh wow. Hence, she's not a Star Wars fan, which, you know, that's fine. So I said, oh, it's the Millennium Falcon. She's like, oh, okay, yeah, vaguely kind of understand. So yeah, that was cool. It's cool having her here and being able to share the build progress. Obviously, she bought me very, very many of my Lego sets when I was a kid. Got me into Lego, so I definitely have her to thank for that. All of my old Space Classic sets, which I have been slowly, well, Space Classic and Technic and all that's in a few city sets, but all those ones that I've been slowly working my way through on the old videos on the channel. And Vault Dweller is building the new Luke Skywalker's X-Wing fighter. Ooh, very nice. Very nice indeed. I'm assuming that is to go with your TIE fighter that you've recently bought and have recently built. How's that set up at the moment? How have you decided that you're permanently going to, well, you know, semi-permanently going to have that? Is it going to be the Interceptor mod, or is it going to be the Moff Gideon's folded wings, or is it going to be as it is on the box? Let me know. I'm curious. Now Jackson says the mod is on hold right now. Yep, fair enough. I couldn't get the plates to fit back together on the front mandibles properly after rebuilding the frame to fit under the main deck and still provide support for the mandibles. Ah, yes, that's fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, it's definitely a quite an undertaking that you have undertaken. Doing your mod idea, yeah, a lot, very, very involved. That is on the wrong place. Let me correct that. Now, it is now correct. All right, so that goes there, like so. All right. Off there for the moment. Jackson says, I got started on Lego with the Classic Space Series too. Nice. Well, those are the first sets I have real memories of anyway. Yeah, totally. And Vault Dweller says he's going to buy another TIE fighter so that he can have both. Good plan. Good plan. Yeah. So what, Interceptor and Standard? Or Interceptor and Moff Gideon? Or which combination are you going to have with your two ties? Jackson says, I have moments of it coming perilously close to an actual undertaking. And it was almost the death of him. That's when I decided I need to take a break. Lol, totally. Yep, it can probably become a little all-consuming. I can certainly relate to that. Yeah, all-consuming, and then all of a sudden you realise it's like, is this really important for right now? Should this really be taking up this much of my my everything? So yes, fair enough, fair enough. And Matthew William, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I was playing with my dog as White. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what that is. Is that a game, My Dog is White? Or is that, actually I'm not sure. Explain, please explain. Moth and Interceptor, because I already have the old TIE Fighter, one of the big ones. Nice. Nice. Yes, nice room. Yeah, so this is my, this is our spare room at the moment. And it has become my office and Lego building studio combination type thing. And I have moved my camera because I've recently managed to get a second tripod, so I can have this camera, which is, well, this camera over here, which is kind of pointing down at the table, and I can have my webcam actually on a tripod as well. So hopefully that will improve things a little bit, but yes, you get to see a little bit more of the room that you haven't necessarily been before, because it's around a little bit further. So you don't quite get to see the pirate ship anymore, but yeah, I'm sure you'll forgive me. I'm sure you'll forgive me. Oh, Mark Denham, welcome to the stream. It's lovely having you here. Lovely. It's fantastic having you here. Glad you could make it. We are doing pretty good here. We are, yeah. What are we on? Stage 10. Stage 10. Crikey. Stage 10 of 17. We are doing well. Will indeed be interesting when I finally get this beast finished. I've got to try and find some way of mounting it and displaying it. I suspect that when I do display it, I will be covering it with a cloth when it's not being viewed on display, because I really don't want to have to deal with the dusting of this thing. But hey, we'll see. We will see, indeed. Yes, need some artwork on these walls, indeed. Has anybody got some Lego art that they'd like to part with? That could be cool. Yes, do need probably some things on the walls to liven the room up a little bit. I have kind of been toying with different ideas for, you know, Lego backdrops for the live streams and all that sort of stuff, but nothing that's practical as of yet. But, you know, time is young, plenty of time to sort all that stuff out, I am sure. Matthew says, I was cleaning playroom, the Lego art everywhere. Yes, fair enough. I'm assuming you don't have small children. That's when Lego really does just go everywhere. If it's not kept on top of, it's like an explosion. Where is that? There it is, the jumper. Where's the other piece? Where is it? First of all, we have that one to go on there, and there it is. Right. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, Jackson says I was going to suggest Lego arts too, but no, I don't have any. And shipping from Canada to NZ is probably prohibitive anyway. Indeed, it would possibly cost just as much for the Lego art as the shipping, or the shipping as for the Lego art. I know when my mother-in-law sent a parcel over to my brother-in-law, or a couple of parcels, I think maybe one to the US and then one to Norway. Yeah, it ended up being like $300 or something ridiculous like that. It's crazy money. But it is what it is. It is what it is, unfortunately. Okay, there we go. You can live on there. Good times. Okay, let's put you up there. We don't need you again right now. We get to play with a bunch of plates. That's always fun. And a couple of these guys. For some reason, like I mentioned last time, for some reason I always think of these as like 8 wide. I don't know what it is. It's like, yeah, they're 6 wide, but half is 4 studs long, 4 studs wide, 4 studs long. Weird. My brain is weird. Okie dokie. Matthew says, I have Kylo Ren and is lost now. Oh no, you've lost Kylo. That's no good. Dude. That is no good at all. Mark says just bought the swimsuit Batman to make a Swallow Kylo. Funny. Oh, Mark said that to Jackson, Canadian pricing on LEGO is awesome compared to here. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, all right. Hello. You need to be in bed, going to sleep. We have a visitor, people. We have a visitor. What's up, sweet? Did you hear me talking? Okay. Now it's time for sleeping. Oh, sweetie. Right. Now it's the time for sleeping now, okay? I am doing another live stream. I am in the middle of a live stream right now. I tell you what, you can have a real good look in the morning. How does that sound? Right, off to bed now. Okay. Love you. Good night.
Good night.
Right, close the door, please. Good night.
No one. So we don't tell anybody.
Yeah. No, bye. Good night. Straight to bed. Straight to sleep. Right, there we go. Sorry, pardon the interruption, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, if you didn't catch that was my youngest, and she said that she just needed to go to the toilet, so she had to come find me just to give me a hug. Oh, melt is all I can say. Such blatant cuteness. Pandering to the audience, yeah. She's lovely. She is absolutely lovely. What else is going on in the chat? The Kylo in the mini build is a nice figure though. Good cheap way to get a replacement. Yep. Oh, what have I done here? Oopsie. Not paying attention. But to answer your question, yes, I do like sushi. Yeah, I do mostly like sushi. It's good. Oh, Tarzan the Destroyer is here. Looks like we might have another interruption. I should probably go to LEGO Livestream, right? It wouldn't be the same to have a stream without Tarzan destroying something, right? At least he won't be able to knock over the camera now, though. Since it's on the tripod and kind of a little bit more out of the way. Let me just go let her in. Come on, Tarzan. Quick. Come on. Oh, okie dokie. Oh, my thumb. No, it's actually, I realised that, yes, I guess probably does look a little bit more munted, but it's not actually more munted. It's one of those things where it kind of looked nasty really when it happened, and wait, just lie down and have a sleep. Yeah, it kind of looked really nasty when it happened, and then I realised that it actually got black under the nail, so that's actually just starting to grow out. So it's actually way better than what it was. It's pretty much completely healed, but it looks nasty because of the big black bit under my nail. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Okay, so let's put this guy where he belongs. Oh, Kylo Beam is rare and hard to find. Ah, so the figure is actually called Kylo Beam, not Kylo Ren. Right, fair enough. Now, I was only supposed to put one of those on, not the other side. That would make sense. Tarzan's trying to help me as best he can. Just lie down and have a sleep, buddy. If you make too much of a menace of yourself, you get thrown off the table. Right, sorry, I'm falling way behind in the chat. Let me just catch up for a second. Hey, get off there. Welcome to the world of weird brains. You are not alone, indeed. I don't mind having a weird brain. Yes, Japan has the world's best sushi. Indeed, that's right. We're going to talking about sushi. I do like sushi. I like fresh sushi that's just been made. I really don't like sushi that's kind of been sitting around a while or has been like refrigerated for a long time. Where I was working in the city, there was the most amazing sushi place just down from, well, just a few minutes walk from where I was working, and I would often go get the salmon bento box, which was just amazing. That salmon was just so good. It had all sorts, like cooked salmon, raw salmon, some salmon sushi, some yeah, all sorts of bits and pieces, all based around salmon stuff, funny enough. And yeah, it was just, it was so good, just so fresh and just, delicious, delissimo. Right, let's put that off over there. And where are these other two bits? I'm supposed to, I like grey. For some reason I was looking for red ones. Weird. It's okay. All brains are weird, besides the word normal originally meant for average, and I can't imagine anything worse than being average. Yeah, totally. Matthew, who knows what my cat is doing, honestly. He's got a mind of his own. That's right, if he becomes too much of a menace, I'll just kick him out. Do you hear that, Tarzan? Don't become too much of a menace or I'll kick you out. I don't think Tarzan actually knows what Tarzan's doing half the time. Crazy cat. Yeah, Tarzan totally is taking ownership on the new build components, yeah. Tarzan's blessing it, indeed. Yes, that's one of the, actually sushi, that's one of the things in Auckland which is amazing, is we do, because we are right by the water, we do have, in general, amazing seafood, which is great. I'm a fan of seafood. I don't have a lot of it, but when I do have it, I do enjoy it. Oops, what have I done there? Ah. Okay, first of all, let's get this pin in, seated properly. There we go, and then pop that back in there. Oh, yeah, it is, which will be good. Now, aha, so this is going to be the mechanism for the ramp, the lowering ramp. That's pretty cool. That's very cool. It feels quite smooth, which is great. Okay, and now we get to put that guy on. Nice. Okay. Excuse me, Tarzan. You're gonna get all annoyed now. Okay, yeah, we probably don't need to see that, buddy. Though I'm not surprised. Here, I'm going to jump up on the table, and just when the camera's on me, I'm going to start cleaning myself. Alright, so where does this guy... so this guy just pops in under here. Now where do these guys go? On the side. Yep. I'm sure he's going to like stand on a Falcon at some point and just knock some bits off, or something as equally as menacing. Right, here we go. And it's in. So, yeah. Oh no, no, it is not in. It is not. It is secured at this end too. Oh goodness me. So not only is my brain weird, but apparently it's not working. But here we go. Very nice, nice smooth motion. Like it. Good, nice. Rest, welcome. Oh, that was the best time to jump back on the stream. Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. Funny, I made sushi the other night. Ah, nice. Okay, excuse me, Tarzan. This is going to have to go over there, buddy. Yeah, right where you are. I think he was rather unimpressed at that. Matthew, Vintage, your cat just up and see my message indeed. But yeah, Rest, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's good to have you on the stream. I did see your message earlier that you were going to be a little bit late. Please don't let it happen again. That's I am just kidding. It is great to have you here. It is great to have you here. Thing is coming together. Yeah, Mark says it'll be Tarzan's stream soon with guest humans. Yeah, absolutely. Oh yes, if he had his way, that would definitely be the case. That's for sure. Not doing 4x2. Where's that? There. 4x2 block brick. California is right by the water as well. Yes, of course. Although for some reason people like imitation crab instead of standard sashimi. A lot of convers compromise on sushi. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I think sushi is probably more, I guess, fresh seafood. From my experience, is probably more common, sort of northern west coast. I've kind of been up to Vancouver. I know that's Canada, not America, but yeah, kind of Vancouver way. They have a lot of seafood and fresh sashimi and all that sort of stuff. In fact, that's the very first place I ever tried sashimi, was Vancouver. And of course Seattle up there as well. I'm assuming that's probably very similar in Seattle. Lots of fresh seafood. But yeah, I still remember my first sashimi experience. I got taken out for lunch and I'd never had sashimi before, and I'll try anything new, you know. So yeah, got taken out, and this raw fish came out, and I was like, oh, okay, yep. I didn't really know what sashimi was, but now I do. But I need to be polite and not turn my nose up at it. So yeah, tried it, and I think the hardest thing for me in the beginning was that first time I tried it was to get my head around the fact that I was eating raw fish. The flavor in my mouth was like, that's actually really, really yummy. But then my brain saying, yeah, dude, you're eating raw fish. So, yeah, kind of, it took me a little bit to actually warm up to the fact that I was eating raw fish. But it was super, super tasty. And now I love it. Now I absolutely love it, and it doesn't bother me whatsoever. It was just literally that first experience of getting my head around eating raw fish. But yes, if you haven't tried sashimi, I highly, highly recommend it. It is way, way nicer than you ever think that it's going to be. It's super, super yummy. Super tasty. Where is this piece? There it is. Yes, been way too hot, totally. It hasn't been, well actually today has been very, very warm indeed. Yeah, 31 though, 31. And I know you Americans and Australians kind of look at our 31 and go, that's nothing. But yeah, for here it's hot. For here it is hot. But yeah, we're kind of only really used to mid to high 20s, 20 degrees Celsius. Yeah, that was, so yeah, it has been quite warm today indeed. And then as soon as you, especially this room, as soon as you shut the door, and we'll shut the doors to try and stop the sound from everywhere else in the house traveling on stream, it heats up very, very quickly in this room too. Very quickly indeed. Oh no, something happened to your Razor Crest, Matthew? Yes, I think Mark is from up my way, from Auckland way. And Mark was moving office stuff between Mount Wellington and Newmarket. It was not busy today. Yeah, totally. You have a lot of your collection, Razor Crest. Is that the one that's in? Is that in pieces all over the ground? Is that what's so upsetting? Yeah, all those countries with an ozone must be nice. Totally. Yeah, all those countries where you can can step outside for longer than 3 minutes and not get burnt, right? It's pretty intense up here. That's well, in New Zealand, that's for sure. When it comes to that sun. I remember being in the States and being able to be outside in the hot sun pretty much all day and not getting burnt at all. Then yeah, come back to a New Zealand summer and it's not as like stifling hot. But yeah, you step out into the sun and you feel yourself starting to burn pretty much straight away. Well, I do anyway. Yep, 3 or 4 minutes in the height of summer in direct sunlight without sunscreen on and you will start to burn. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy indeed. I'm a lot more paranoid about sunscreen and so forth these days. Jackson says, for me this was one of the most interesting parts of the build structurally. Yes, I think this is like the center. Oh no. Anyway, I'll soon find out, I guess. If I hadn't pre-read the instructions twice before starting the build, I wouldn't have any idea what I was building. So kind of like what I'm in now, the stage that I'm in now. Yeah, I'm assuming it's possibly the center bottom bit, maybe. But yeah, I'm literally just guessing. There. Cool. And a couple more of those. One of those. 2 of those. And one of those there. No, I've got 4 of those. What am I doing? What am I doing? Alright, Rest just made a Bricklink order today, first one in a long time, good fun, nice. I was just about to ask what Mark has just asked you, what you're making, Rest. Is that another great ball contraption, another GBC, which the first time you told me about a GBC shall from then on forever be known as Great Booger Chart. Actually, no, giant booger chart. That's right. I was trying to come up with. I didn't know what a GBC was, so I was trying to come up with all sorts of weird and wonderful names for the acronym, and the best one I came up with was giant booger chart. So, so there you have it. My middle daughter thought that it was hilarious that I was referring to it as a giant booger chart. Yeah, she thought it was pretty funny. I love using these curvy bits that kind of step up over multiple plate levels. Love using these, so cool. I think I can probably combine these actually. Gotten to that point. digress. Well, I bought 78 3660 in white and some random others, so I'm making a picture frame thing with those for my minifigs. Credit to Potter Minifig House for the idea, and Brickitect and his podcast for him talking about Bricklink buying and selling. Nice. And yes, yeah, the woodshop teacher is in the house, which is fantastic to have him here. So are you currently waiting for students to be submitting things at the moment, woodshop teacher? Usually manages to catch in a quick stream between students handing in things, submitting papers. Please forgive me if I've missed a message. I try and get through all the messages, but sometimes I just get so lost in actually building this thing that I miss sometimes. So if I have missed a message that you definitely want me to read, just, I don't know, redo it or something. Where are you? 201? Yeah, over 2, I should say. Okay, that looks about right. No. There. That makes more sense. Kind of. Yep, that does make more sense. Alright, good times. Another little bit, let's just put those aside. Another little bit to make. This bit here. We need one of those and one of those. Where have you gone? Oh, right here. There we go. I was just thinking before, actually, there's all sorts of these weird and wonderful shapes to try and get studs going out in the right directions and all sorts. It's, yeah, really interesting building techniques. It's been very interesting building techniques all the way through this, but especially now. Yeah, we've got these kind of like laying down sections that slot in. Very clever. Very clever indeed. That's not right. It is right. Yes, it is right. Okay. You and you. And you and dark brush grey one of you. I mean, like this piece, right? This piece here, for example. I mean, you kind of build that, and you're like, what the heck? It looks like just some random bits of parts, random parts just thrown together, what on earth? And then you start to put it all together and you're like, oh, it's incredible. Everything is exactly, yeah, everything has its purpose and it all fits together really, really well. Right, other side. Yeah, the building techniques are very interesting between this set and the UCS A-Wing. I'd like to think that I've seen every possible type of connection, but the LEGO designers are a very clever bunch. Indeed, indeed. Yes, definitely the A-Wing is one that I would like to look into at some point. You mentioned it has very interesting building techniques that you haven't really seen anywhere else. It turns out you kind of really have to concentrate on these parts though, because it's very easy to miss a crucial part, a crucial step. Cousin, what are you doing? What did you just knock off? Oh, minifigs. You've just decided that Chewbacca is no longer part of the set, and same with C-3PO. You're a hilarious cat. I'll slide this on, and that guy goes on there. Lovely. Yes, the LEGO designers certainly know what they're doing, that's for sure. Very talented bunch, very, very clever, very creative, talented bunch. Alright, we get to use this part. Nice. Cool. So where do you live? Aha. Lovely. Okay, and that, spin that over. Yes. And you kind of just sit in there. And have you to lock that in place. Cool. Now I guess we put some more parts on to reinforce that lock. And that, and that. Rest is having internet issues. Rest is also known as Pawning Longling. A-Wing is on Mark Denham's list. Yes, Ryan. Yeah, dust is a bit of a bane for displaying LEGO. I think the best way is to either dust regularly, which to somebody who doesn't really understand can seem like a little bit of overkill, And the other way is putting it actually in a display case, which keeps the dust out. It's another way of doing it. Otherwise, I guess pulling it apart, especially the exposed pieces, and cleaning it. Because if you leave it too long, the dust will actually build up, so it can't just be wiped off. That's what I've found anyway, especially in the older sets. Well, just anything that's left out and just not, doesn't have the dust dealt with at all, tends to get it caked on, and then by that time, it's worth taking them off, getting like an old toothbrush or something, and actually getting some water and literally washing the pieces, which are really bad. Okay, so now we have a mini 2D Death Star. Kind of looks a little bit like that, right? Oh no, hang on, we've got some more to add to the Death Star. This is what it will be known as from henceforth. Yes, you see, it's one thing I noticed with the Pirates of Barracuda Bay model, is that with the dark, was it the dark brown? When you've got dark brown pieces going on top of dark brown, it's really hard to see. It can be really, really difficult to see. So, yeah, the old black of the or even dark red be a killer to try and have a model that is primarily that color, and trying to see all of that, totally it's hard going. Alright, peace out for now. Oh, I see what you did there. We'll be back for the next one, Vintage. Thanks again. Have a good night, everyone. Catch you later, rest. Thank you so much for coming and joining in, even despite your internet issues. It's always great having you on, which I said earlier. Absolutely is. So thank you so much for joining what of the stream you could. Totally. I think that wasn't impressed, especially for any set that contains dark colours. Yeah, it's just like, which is what I was saying, which you probably got in first, so it probably sounded like I was copying you. Bad enough when they have dark brown and black in the same set. Yes, indeed. Totally. I should probably read through the messages a little bit quicker. Yes, dust is the bane of any LEGO set collector's existence. I find that a microfiber cloth is the best, but doesn't do much for finely textured surfaces. Indeed. So you, to be honest, with with a lot more of the modern sets, you probably like Jackson says, you probably are okay with just a soft cloth of some description, even potentially a damp one. Over the smooth surfaces. But yeah, when it comes to studs and trying to clean off the dust off the studs, it's a bit of a nightmare. You can get a little bit off, like most of it off, with what's it called? Paintbrush, soft paintbrush. Oh, my brain is not working tonight. Or hermetically sealed bunker. That is the other option. If no stickers, a dishwasher works. Oh, that's interesting. As long as it's not overly hot. Yep. Now I don't know about the newer stickers. I assume it's the same, but the newer stickers usually would survive a hand wash, like with a little bit of detergent, just like with what you wash the dishes. Or well, actually no, sorry, scrap the detergent, but at least water. They'll survive the water. Maybe not detergent. That might be a bit much. But in fact, yeah, you'd get suds everywhere, and just that'd actually be quite nasty. So scrap that. But yeah, water, just sticking parts. As long as they're applied correctly and they're not peeling already, then I think they usually survive the water. I'm assuming it's the same with more modern stickers as well. Yeah. Just as bang, microphone cloth as Batman. That's awesome. Oh gosh, I'm just catching up. Mini throne room build complete. Oh nice. Woot, don't need to finish the Falcon now. Now, your Falcon or my Falcon? Now that you've finished the mini throne room, nice. The black brown thing got me while building the Lord of the Rings Tower of Orthanc. It was horrible to tell on the page. One of the things I wish they would label in the manuals. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, me fully supports drowning stickers. Jackson just missed out on the Lord of the Rings Lego sets. Hadn't got back into collecting them. Yeah, actually, I saw somebody else on Facebook the other day who was, actually it might have been somebody in New Zealand, who was just like, I missed out on the Lego Lord of the Rings, wasn't really collecting them, so what's for sale? Because I really like to get into building it, getting some sets. So, indeed. You're a Falcon. I have no idea where to start mine. Fair enough. Yeah, cool. Actually, has been interesting over the last week, especially over the last week, because I've gotten inspired to pick up my guitar again, my nylon string guitar, classical guitar, which is kind of partly from just trying to figure out something quick and easy to play for at the end of streams, as in what my friend Steve from high school days suggested and Mark encouraged. So I've actually been doing a little bit of guitar practice lately, which I kind of alluded to on some of the other streams, that I had been working on some bits and pieces and relearning some of the songs that I knew from when I was younger. And yeah, I'm actually really enjoying it. It's quite cool just to pull out the old guitar and actually do some proper practice and start to get my fingers around what they used to know. Finding how much I've forgotten, which is crazy. It's amazing how much you forget. Muscle memory kind of gets you so far, but not all the way. But anyway, maybe at the end of the stream, we'll see how we go. I might be able to bust the guitar out and give you a little preview of what I've been working on lately. How does that sound, ladies and gentlemen? How does that sound? Okay, so that sound was Tarzan putting his foot through his paw. Actually, no, don't say. Okay, Tarzan has literally just put his foot through 2 panels on the Falcon. Okay, you're now being a menace. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Okay, I'll fix that in a sec. He decided that the Falcon was okay to step on, so he put his weight on a few of the floor panels and literally just, yeah, they're no longer attached to the Falcon. Easy fix. Yeah, Tarzan the Destroyer. That is absolutely right. He knows his name. Oh, you want to go out now? Now that you've destroyed things, it's time to leave. You go. You go. Oh, hi. Bye. Good night. Turns out child 1 was outside the door when I opened it. Yeah, not holding breath for an AT-AT until LEGO confirm. I was hoping that the original rumours of it being a new Death Star were accurate. Yep. Also a major want for the canteen too. Yeah. It will be interesting to see what LEGO decide to do. But yes, there we go. Mini Death Star. Absolutely. Mini 2D Death Star. It's actually, yeah, it's kind of cool. Look, Mom, I built a Death Star. Yes, it's got to be the gunnery turret thing from underneath. Got to be, because I've just had a look at the instructions, and here I can see that we are building gun type looking things next. So, cool. Cool. We are almost through the stage. And I've just realised how close we are to finishing the stage. I think probably building this gun bit, and then we'll be done, which is cool. It's only cool if you rise it slowly over the lip of the desk, or having a Krennic minifig exclaim is beautiful. Nice. Oh, that's too funny. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. We'll drop teacher break time. The son and I will play a little ball before getting back to the computers. Fair enough. Monk says, crap, just reminded myself to try and find a Krennic shuttle too. Lol. Yeah, actually, I'd really love to track down a Krennic shuttle. The Krennic shuttle would be cool, but I'd really love it for the K2SO minifig. And I'm so surprised why they didn't put it in with the U-wing. I really thought they would have put it in with the U-wing. It kind of makes way more sense to me. But, you know, I suppose if they put it in with the U-wing, then, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking that when I was doing the video on the U-wing, it would have been really cool to have a K2SO minifig so I could, you know, do some kind of stop motion funny joke where K2SO says something really sarcastic. Yeah, I thought it would have been really funny, but I didn't have one and I couldn't track one down easy because I think it was like in the middle of lockdown or something. So there was nothing being shipped anywhere, so I couldn't track one down at the time. But yeah, that is a cool minifig that I would love to get hold of, K2SO. And if I have to get the Krennic shuttle for it, then so be it. So be it. If I can track one down these days, of course, that is. It always gets tricky when you decide that you want something after it's been retired. Tricky indeed. Okay, there, combine those. Just trying to think how I can do this. Sorry. Right. Stop trying to be funny. Yes, I know. Stop trying to be funny. Get on with the build. Yes, yes, yes. I know. Alright, let me get these parts out for the next bit of the build, and then catch up on these chat messages. Alright. Jackson says, I have the original UCS tie interceptor, but not the original box and storage. Ooh, nice. Waiting for some vacation time and the pandemic to get under control in Canada so I can travel and retrieve my older Lego. Yeah, cool. Cool that you have it, not cool that you can't go and get it, because that sucks. That really sucks. Because the Ewing was horrible. But damn, K2SO will make that an expensive set to find now. Absolutely. It really, really will. Yeah, I didn't mind the Ewing. Obviously it wasn't anything like the old, that big, massive Ewing that, the Ewing project, that mock that came out. But yeah, I thought it was okay. My daughter loves playing with the Ewing. She, my youngest, she loves playing with that. She thinks it's so cool. It'd be nice to do it in proper colours at that scale though. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. The Krennic shuttle was a fun build, but the later Kylo Ren shuttle was more interesting, I think. It was certainly the most difficult set to disassemble in my experience. Yeah, that's really interesting. You mentioned that in a comment the other day. What was so difficult about it? Because I know that the Falcon with all those pins and those double pins and stuff, that's going to be a real beast to get apart. If I have to take, well, you know, I'm sure I'll have to take it apart one day. When that day comes, I'm sure it'll be a real beast. But I'm interested to know exactly what's so crazy about the Kylo Ren shuttle coming apart. What makes it so difficult? Picked up the later Kylo Ren shuttle. Oh, let me just figure out what I'm doing here. Oh, it's in Mark's stuff to build pile. Yeah, I kind of have a small pile like that, and it's stuff to do videos on. Unfortunately, it takes a whole lot longer to make videos on it than just to build it. I do enjoy making the videos, but I enjoy just building it a whole lot more. The ferry ride from Vancouver is amazing. Yeah, Vancouver is a lovely, lovely place. I did enjoy my visits there. It kind of, I actually thought it felt a lot like Auckland. I mean, obviously it gets a whole lot colder than it does here in New Zealand, but yeah, it kind of just felt a little bit like Auckland, climate-wise, and just how it looks and feels. Yeah, but I did like it. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know, but yeah, it is nice. Do like Vancouver. With Kylo Ren shuttle, the wings are held together with a spring assembly over 2 axle pieces that are pushed right in and then have both ends built over. Aha! Right, fair enough. That does sound complicated indeed. So you basically have to take every single piece apart to remove the wings. Right, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough indeed. 4 of you. 4 of you. And this. Yes, one thing I have noted about more modern builds is that they often have pieces that if you haven't put them together and you don't know how they actually go together, then it's very, very difficult to get them apart. There's usually like little hinge pin parts where like there's a pin or one piece that kind of unlocks it all. Yeah, which is quite clever because it makes it kind of modular and makes it pretty solid. But yeah, it can be frustrating if you're trying to pull apart something and you're just like, how on earth does this come apart? I much prefer the lower mainland to the interior. People say they hate all the rain, but the rain doesn't have to be shoveled. Yes, true. Yes, indeed. Yeah, pretty much doesn't ever snow here in Auckland. Well, it doesn't ever snow here in Auckland. It's too warm. So us Aucklanders are kind of like, snow. Sounds so pretty and romantic. And yes, we don't realise all of the implications of heavy snowfall that it brings. Things like having to shovel it and clear roadways and all that sort of carry on. All right, so it's looking like we can attach the gun detail, lower gun detail, to the 2D Death Star to form the underside of the Falcon. The gunnery system underside the Falcon. Cool. Very nice. Now the trick is, how on earth do you get it up under there? I'm sure there'll be a trick. You can probably... Oh, that's right, I need to fix Tarzan's destruction. Oh, Tarzan. Oh, Tarzan. Snicker to my friends in Barry. Give me the most hateful looks when I keep saying I want snow when visiting. Yeah, that's right. Yes, us who don't have to deal with snow don't understand. Okay, right. Now, this panel here goes in under here. Definitely not a solid one for Tarzan to stand on. And Tarzan managed to remove this from the underside. Which was the actually the last piece that we put. Oh, second to last piece that we put on. So you go back under here. So now we know that it is not, these under panels are not cat-proof when stood on. Yeah, these things that we find out on live streams. these things that we find out, eh? Let's just put you down there for a moment. And I can choose my spot that I grab this from. Now it's front facing. And now where does it attach before? Okay, it attaches on either side of that. Okay, that's doable. I should be able to pick this up and just slide it underneath. And drop it down and put the pins in. Kind of just like that. Oh, there we go. Just thinking, I think it should come up further. There we go. Put all these pins in. Control them. Bloop, 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 bloop. Okay, I wonder if we can get some detail of the other side. Let's see if this is going to work. So it's going to be, so we can put it over here. There we go. Beautiful. And back to instruction scan. Where do I have it? Okay. Whew. Voltwiller says, just finished his X-Wing. The new one. Yes, nice. Excellent. Nice, nice, nice. Now where did my spears go? Over here, excuse me. That's a big set. There's a lot of spears. And that is stage 10. Stage 10 done and dusted. Fantastic. Time for number 11. What do we get? What do we get to build this time? What do we build now? Ooh, some of the top panels. So that bit there. So can't really bring this around much. But yeah, the top panel here and the top panel here. Ooh. Should be reasonably quick. Ish. Bam! Bam! That's a 12. Bam! That's a 12. That's a 12. And that's a 12. Right, to rehydrate, just talk amongst yourselves for a second. The gun updates between old and the new Falcon are really nice. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I thought they looked pretty cool actually. In the first Falcon, does that have a lot of underside detail? Because I know this one doesn't have a lot of underside detail other than the mandibles and that gun detail. It's kind of just got the general shape, but I'm assuming it's more detailed than the previous Falcon. Would I be correct in my assumption? Let's see if we can get away with just a single. Yeah, the UCS AT-AT would indeed be interesting, that's for sure. Yeah, that would be very cool. I know they've done a bunch of standard size ones, but could they do, they couldn't really do a bigger AT-AT, well not much bigger I guess, well, maybe they could I guess, but yeah, definitely a whole lot more detailed, right? Mark says there's not much work on the underside of the old, especially more on the new one. But that's also not much either considering the top side. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, the detail definitely goes in on the top. Be great to, I don't know, are there any mods for underside detail for this Falcon? I'm curious. I haven't really looked. But I would be curious to know if there is any mods. Any mods available? Just about everything on this Falcon was superior, but then I didn't have the UCS, the first UCS Falcon. Yeah, I mean that's the impression that I got as well, is that this was vastly more detailed. The designer used some of the things from the original Falcon, like the overall frame and things like that, but yeah, but this one's definitely the one to have. When I've seen the original ones come up for ridiculous money on Trade Me, the first UCS Falcon, I just haven't had any interest. Like this is definitely the one that I wanted to get. Really didn't have any interest in getting the original Falcon. As you know, I feel pretty lucky to even have this one, but yeah, no real desire to pursue the first UCS Falcon, especially because of the money that it commands these days. 3, 4, 5, 6. With the original LEGO Falcon and 2 smaller scale Falcons from the sequel project. Oh, Voltwell, you've sent me a picture of your X-Wing. Nice, I will check that out. I will indeed check that out. I might leave stream. I'm not. Probably not going to be too fancy. Just show my phone, but yeah, we'll show it. Let's get through this. I'll go check it out. That is not correct. What a muppet. Really not paying attention to what I'm doing. Right, these wings go in here. And then the plates go after the wings. That makes much more sense. Much better. Okay, I actually only needed 2 of those, and I need 1 of those. Right, so I'll get out extra bits. That's okay. Anyway, okay. Jackson says, oh, actually, let's go back to, I have the original in the same built condition as your tie. This one is a great update. Some lines on the original look better, in my opinion. Okay, yep. Still want the new one too. Oh, is it the X-Wing? Right, yeah. No? Oh, I don't know. Oh, yeah, Jackson. Yeah. Sorry, jumping in on a bunch of different conversations. Unless it's one of the first numbered 5,000 sets, those tradie sellers are off the rocker. Yeah, totally. Absolutely. I've seen some build videos of the original, notably by Adam Savage. Oh, yes, right. Buster's guy. Like the way the sides were done. The area Vintage is building now. Yep. But I didn't care for the open structure. Yep, fair enough. Bricklink to canopy for that second. Nice. Yeah, 5 better ways to increase the seats. Please count. Good, it looks like it should. looks right, except for that's the wrong side. Got a little bit turned around with that one, but that's an easy fix. Cool, cool. I guess the UCS Falcon every 10 years one is so bad. Now, now that you mention that 10k piece UCS set could have been another Falcon lol, yeah. Yeah, retire this one and bring out a brand new 10,000 piece set to replace it. Sounds about right. Where did this go? Part of me wants that so I can keep up my snarky, I bet it's a Falcon reply to every UCS rumour, but the community tears. Oh, it'd be great. Nice. Is anybody on a desktop computer? Can they? Did anyone look up to see whether there were detail, like underside detail mods for this set, this build? And maybe the next one will be classic grey, black, and blue Lego colours. Yeah. Can you imagine the outrage at like a blue, like space classic Falcon? I did see what was it? A Blacktron Razor Crest on Lego Ideas, I think it was, which actually looks really cool. I think it's really cool, but yeah. Don't know whether that could actually be a thing. Like I think it's cool. It's a cool idea for a mock, but I don't know about actually making it into a real set. What am I looking for? Binoculars. Where have I got binoculars? Stop looking for those. Else go. That goes one way. Oopsie. separators go? I don't know. Fingernails it is. I just remember my youngest going, oh look, I can put all 4 brick separators that I've found all together. And now I don't know where she's put them. And last but not least, great bit. Loving this detail. It's pretty cool. I really want a UCS Zebulon B medical frigate. Yeah, that would be cool. This place down would be a nightmare, absolutely. Yes, yay Blacktron. Yeah, they're pretty much the Mandalorians of LEGO, yeah, totally. Nebulon B would be fantastic, honestly. Something they haven't done before at this point is good. Can't find the link now, but there is a mod section on YouTube that improves the underside detailing. Oh, cool! I'll have to have a look. I'll have to look that up. Have a bit of a look. Post a link in the comments when I track down. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you. Oh, that's right. Hang on. Pause build instructions cam for a second. Let me grab a picture of. Oh, nice. Oops. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see this. This is from Voltrella. This is X-Wing. Very, very nice. Very cool. Love it, love it, love it. Have to make sure I look at the photos and then take them in, because then they disappear and I can't access them. Weird Instagram thing. Right, here we go. Build cam. Instructions cam. Back in action. Alrighty. Need one of those. Need one of those. Where are we at? Where are we at? Something different would be great. Maybe UCS version of Lando's Falcon from Sol. Ah, yes, totally, with the escape pod theme, the luxury escape pod on the front. That would be kind of cool. Okay. Oh, this is the Doctor Who theme one. Song. Don't know if you can hear that. The song that always cracks me up whenever I hear it. It's so close to the Doctor Who theme. Yes, Woodshop Teacher it is indeed a great looking panel. Got some fantastic detail on it. But that's the thing with this Falcon, isn't it? It's got the detail on it all over is very, very good. Very clever. Very detailed. It's one of those things that you look at from a distance and you're just like, whoa, that's really cool. That's huge. And then you get up close and you're like, whoa, it's LEGO. What on earth? So cool. Yeah, Totally. If only for Lando's robot girlfriend, robot minifig. Yeah, just like and yeah, to go alongside K2SO. similar kind of vein. Nice. Yeah, Solo was a fantastic Lando movie. Then they ruined it with that Han story. Fair enough. There seems to be the standard review. I still haven't seen it yet. Not really missing much, but good Sunday movie to put on while building and not wanting to be distracted. Yeah, I enjoyed Solo. I thought it was alright. I mean, it's just another one of those Star Wars backstories. It's got some interesting moments in it, I think. Let's get to building. It was alright. Yeah, I know some people who quite like it. Yeah. Anyway. Actually, I was on YouTube recently and I found something which I thought was hilarious. There was a guy who takes random clips that he finds of people just going off their nut, like absolutely just going off their nut, and then he puts like death metal music to it. I was watching some of them and I was just cracking up laughing. It was just like it could be an actual death metal song. Like it's all rhythmically and everything. It is really good. It's actually really solid musically, but it is so funny, so funny. Got a bit of language in it, as you can imagine, with in general people going off their nut. Like there was this one guy that was just like, "Get out of my car!" So you can just imagine, it's like, "Get out of my car! Get out of my car! Get out of my effing car! Get out!" It's just, but it was just, it's not even like he's sampled these people going off their nut and like looped it and made it actually fit into the music, but he's made the music fit into the full clip of these people just losing their stuff. Yes, man, it is so funny to listen to. Hilarious. Can't remember what the guy's called now. I should probably pay attention. I did sub to his channel, but yeah, it was cracking me up. Too funny. Oh, I get to use one of my favourite pieces, the old 2x4 tile. Alright, looking good. I just didn't think Han needed a lot of explaining in Star Wars, honestly. Yeah, that's fair enough. I agree. If they were going to do a backstory movie, I would have picked Yoda and Dagobah before Han. Yeah. I did like, I guess the one thing I did like about Solo was explaining exactly how Han met Chewie, or Han and Chewie met. yeah, I thought that was really cool. It's probably my favourite part of the video, actually. I mean, it's right near the beginning, but so not wanting to spoil it. Sorry, spoilers. But yeah, I think that was pretty cool. I did like that part, especially. And how he got his name as well. Yeah. Just to comment some of those little. I guess it's good to have a few of those little things explained, and then they made a movie around that, which may have been a little excessive. But, it was alright. It was alright. I thought Hans Pine's story was handled very well by Brian Daly's novels. Ah, right. I haven't read any of those. Right, let's look up these bits. These bitches. Star Wars novels handle the characters very well. Yeah, that would require me to read though. It's one thing I struggle to find time for these days is reading books. I should probably do it a whole lot more, but it's a time thing. You, a couple like you. A couple more of you. Reading is just LEGO instructions without bricks and mistakes. Isn't that the graphic novels? Yes, the Star Wars sequel movie trilogy should have been based on the Thrawn trilogy by Timothy Zahn. Oh, okay. Be surprised if maybe they don't work that into the Ahsoka show, to be honest. Oh, nice. Yeah, and with words. Words schmerz. Oh, right. 1, 2. 3, 4. One of you. 4 of you. Honestly, I was hoping Rey and Kylo were going to be Leia and Han's kids. Well, you were half right, but yeah, it would have made more sense for them to be siblings. Yeah. Yep, fair enough. I guess it did kind of seem that they took a lot of liberties with the rules of the Force and kind of, yeah. But It is what it is. It is what it is. What have I done here? One goes in there, okay. Put that down the wrong way. No. Just hadn't quite paid enough attention. All good. Okay, now we're back on track. Yeah, still love the sequel trilogy. Only nitpick is they couldn't find the second gunner for Falcon's turrets. Seemed like a waste. Yeah, true. It would have been cool to have the Falcon being going literally guns blazing in its best shape. Big complaint about this set lol. I wanted a gunner seat for the lower turret. Again, yep, that's fair enough. Fair enough indeed. Cool. There's no lower seat. Not by the looks of it. There we go. Looking good. Looking good. And some tracks. And tracks make some great detail, right? Such an interesting looking piece on their own. And actually, let's just put that off to the side for the moment, and let's build the other side. We can put them both on at the same time. that would have pushed the part count up too much here. It's another thing I'm hoping to correct with my mod, but I need to figure out how the underside detailing is going to work out. Yeah, fair enough. By the sounds of things, you are going to have to make the Falcon a lot thicker too, which, I don't know, I think it could get away with being a bit thicker. And you could probably still get away with the mandibles like still being the same size, or maybe just like one brick height thicker, brick width thicker, I don't know. That's just me. Oops, he does not go there. Oops, he's supposed to be a red one. Look at me not paying attention, just for something completely new. Lots of little parts, lots of detail on top of these things. Right. Ryan, see you later. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out. It's been awesome having you on the stream. Hope you've had fun and enjoyed the progress. We are almost to the end of stage 11. But yeah, thanks so much for coming and hanging out. Always great to have you on the stream. What else have we got? Vintage, what did you get to up to on Australia Day? Australia Day, when was Australia Day? I don't even know when that was. Sorry. Yeah, we don't really pay too much attention to Australia Day over here. But when was that? Was that like this Monday just gone? Or yeah, probably not anything very exciting, to be honest. Especially if it was on a weekday this week, it would have just been me working. Let me know what day it was on. I'm curious now. Oops, I'm a little bit ahead of myself here. Should go back to the step that I'm actually on. That might make a little bit more sense. Oops, supposed to leave a gap of 2 between there. we cooked snags at Bunnings while sitting on an esky. Make sure I get all these in the right spot. There. Those are some good sounding LEGO snaps, aren't they? So do I need to read your comment out, Mark, with an Australian accent, a terrible Australian accent? Because I can only do like terrible Australian accents. Not that the Australian accent is terrible, just that I can only do a terrible impression of an Australian accent. You cook snags at Bunnings while sitting on an esky. Is that about right? Go. Looking good. Looking good. No, except that I feel dirty for saying esky. Alicia Videra, welcome. I'm glad you could stop by. Hope you're doing awesome. Thank you for coming and hanging out on the stream. What have you been up to? How's things going? You know, what's happening? So what am I doing? Oh, what is Bolt doing for Auckland Anniversary Day? Yeah, good question. I know what I'll be doing. Probably working actually, because I've got heaps of work that I need to catch up on. So having a day where I don't have to work for one job, I can kind of catch up on work for the other job. So that sounds extremely boring, right? Or maybe I should just can that and do a live stream during the day instead. Maybe. What do you guys think? But Volt, what are you doing for the Auckland Anniversary Day? Which, by the way, is next Monday. Loving these detailed panels when they're done, but they are quite fiddly to put together. There's no way you can actually do these things quick, right? You actually just got to take your time and slowly plod through them. All day stream build. Can't get blamed for not doing anything else by said party that got you to do the Falcon in the first place, right, Vintage? Yeah, indeed. Indeed, indeed. Come on, go on there. There we go. And then one on there. And one on there. Okay, lovely detail panel. I'm loving that detail, not just like surface greebling, but just a little bit more three-dimensional than some of the other stuff, I think. It feels like it anyway, but yeah, it's nice. It's very cool. Jackson, I second that recommendation and line of reasoning. Oh, goodness. Peer pressure, peer pressure. Well, if I did a stream, probably wouldn't be an all-day stream, that's for sure. Gosh, I don't know if I could handle doing an all-day stream in this room. It would just be stifling, sweltering hot by the end. What else do we need to get started? A couple of those. And a couple of those. And good. Oh, Matthew, you still here? I was playing with my dog and I am tired and I need to rest. My mom is baking a banana cake. Oh, yummy, banana cake. Nice. That is a nice panel. You're right, it is. Very nice panel. Actually, my wife made some banana bread the other day. So not a banana cake, but some banana bread. And she's like, oh, you know, just chuck some white chocolate. White chocolate and banana bread. Oh, so good. I'm not a huge cake or banana bread sort of fan, but this was like, oh, it was so good. A little too good. No, it was good. It was very tasty. You. cheese wedges in there. Oh, 2x4 tile. Guys. Say, oh, we're almost there, but actually no, we're not. False alarm, as you were. So I thought that we might get through this one quite quickly, but turns out we're not going to get through it quickly because there's actually quite a bit to these parts, a lot more than I originally thought. Should have known better. It's these parts with all the detailing, the greebling and stuff that take the longest because they've got so many tiny little pieces and you can't move through it quickly. You can pick up the pace a little bit when there's bigger pieces, but smaller pieces, they are always going to be a little tricky to handle, and just, yeah, you can't really move quickly. Fantastic. So we're just creating the side panels for this bit here, so those will kind of come out here, as I'm sure you guys know just from the last panel that we did. The last side that we did, I should say. Oh, Critics Shuttle on Trade Me for 150. That actually seems reasonable. Actually, yeah, that's not too bad. Indeed. Does it come with all the minifigs? Always does kind of feel like you're picking up pace when you get to the end of a stage and you start to see all the pieces disappear. Side one done. does come with minifigs, surely good. Not one of those 100% complete no minifigures. BS posts, yeah, totally. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. Yes, especially jealous of that K2SO fig. Fig. It's definitely one figure that I would love to try and track down at some point. Probably even be happy just with a figure actually. But yeah, that's actually that is actually quite a good deal, I think. Alright, and then there's that side, so that can snap into there, and there. Look at that, beautiful. Right, but wait, there's more. We're not quite done yet. All the pieces done for there, and those look like all spares, so looking good there. Let me just double check, make sure I haven't missed anything. Looking way back, make sure there's no studs exposed that shouldn't be exposed. Oh, that looks good. Sweet, let's get these on the Falcon. Let's get rid of these extras. Okay. Which is this one. Slots in there, there's pins in there, and those pins in there. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. And then this guy slots in here. And then we will take him off again because that's the wrong way around. Just a bit of crack. No. Might pay if I'd pay attention. You'd think by now that I would learn my lesson, but apparently not. Do we ever really learn the lesson of paying attention when we should? There we go. That's better. Oops. Beautiful. Lovely, lovely, lovely. That is looking so good. How am I gonna position that? There we go. So that section done, that section done, and they took way longer than I thought they would. Yeah, ooh, the next section's cool. We get to build some of this back section here with like the engine exhaust or whatever they are there. Pretty cool, nice. However, I think we might hold that for the next stream, I think. Yeah. Let me just check something for a moment. Right. I promised you guitar action. So let's turn that guy off. Let's turn that guy off and let me just go get my guitar. And let's try not to embarrass myself, eh? That sounds like a good idea to me, but I can't make any promises. Let's see. Can probably get rid of the instructions camera. Free food. Oh, okay. Let's see. I'll take this thing out. Don't need you at the moment. Okay. This one I still struggle to get my fingers around some of the chord changes. Sounds like I'm a real beginner, doesn't it? But we'll see how we go. I haven't actually warmed up. I actually haven't played guitar at all today, so excuses. How about I just play you something, eh? Play something? Yeah, okay, all right. Here you go. See if I remember it all. All right. There we go. That's one of the ones that I've been learning. What do you guys think? What is, oh, candle, nice. I was like, is that like a middle finger emoji? I was like, or is it like a baby bottle? I was like, it's yeah. Whatever it is, that's another one that I really want to learn. I can remember a little bit off muscle memory, but I need to dig out the music and actually relearn it properly. But anyway, anywho, just trying to remember which ad they used that song on though. Was it coffee or cheese? I don't know. I'm not sure actually. I just used to play it when I was younger, so. Yeah, couldn't find the lighter emoji. Or these days it's like a cell phone with your with your light on, with your screen on. Yeah, okay. But anyway, that's probably enough serenading for this evening. But anyway, that's kind of a couple of little things I've been working on. There's a much more difficult one which I'm still trying to get my fingers completely around, which is like on a whole nother level from that song. So I don't know, maybe one of these days I might be able to play it, at least mostly for you guys. You know, we'll see how we go. But anyway, I think we'll probably just leave it there. Tonight's been a good stream. I'm pretty happy with how much we've gotten through. Jackson says, well done, haven't played an instrument since intermediate school, ukulele. The closing solo from Freebird is one of the all-time brilliant guitar solos. Too right. Should have searched archaic flame producing device. Totally. Actually, one of the Freebird's got a great guitar solo. Also from what song am I thinking? Hotel California with the dueling guitars. That's great guitar solo as well. Yeah, Brick House still seems the most on point. yeah. I mean, I played classical guitar a little bit as a teenager. My main instrument is electric guitar, which is actually a whole another beast than an acoustic guitar or a nylon string guitar. But anyway. Yeah, hope you guys have had fun and enjoyed hanging out. Hope you have a fantastic evening or day wherever you are. And this will be the only stream for this week. I am out of action for at least the next few days, so it will probably be Tuesday, I would say. If I don't end up doing a Monday afternoon stream or Monday during the day stream, then it'll probably be Tuesday next stream. But anyway, hope you guys can join me for that. And if anyone here is just lurking in the background, that's totally fine. But if you want to come back and hang out and be part of the conversation and see the next part of the build, and maybe even hear another guitar song at the end, if you're extra well behaved and stick around right till the end, then make sure you're subscribed and your notifications are on so that you'll be notified of exactly when the next stream is. But as for me, I think I'm done for tonight. So go out, be awesome, and I will see you guys next time. Looking forward to it. Take it easy. Good night.